Hello, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to The Hollow. This is a story type game, has more narrative inside than what I would assume a lot of other ones have. Basically, in short, this story, alone from what I got from the trailer, not the trailer but description, mostly, is you're this girl's father. She went missing inside of this forest. You gotta take her creepy doll to actually go find her. At least that's what it actually described it as. And it sounded relatively interesting and having a nice art style. And I've played games like this before. Not exactly this story, but with this type of engine that actually has ran relatively well for me since I found it. So I figured, why not play it? It looked interesting. Sounded like an interesting story, so yeah, I don't know if it's actually a demo exactly. I don't remember. I have it on my phone right here. I'll double check that real quick. Let's see. It doesn't seem to be, but it seems to be a relatively easy game to get into. So let's get started. As my queen commanded, here now is the story in its entirety. Before we continue, if you hear banging at my door, that's a fucking cat. He's a hyper little asshole. So don't mind that, okay? Literally, it's like this. He will get into anything and everything if at all possible. Okay. It began not long ago, in a place not far from here, in a small cottage at the edge of the woods. There lived in this cottage a huntsman with his wife, Celeste. I believe that's how you pronounce the name. And together they had a beautiful daughter by the name of Molly. For a time they were happy, until the fateful day Celeste became gravely ill and never recovered. It was a tragic loss. The huntsman and his daughter grew distant, neither weeping nor mourning. And then one day, "Father, I'm going out to play." "Where are you going?" "To look for rabbits in the brush by the trees." From what I've gathered, honestly, the woods here are actually bad for you to go into. So I would suggest not going to the woods. And off she went to play. The huntsman, busy with numerous tasks around the home, paid little heed to the sun creeping across the sky. Sorry, I hit my desk. Hurt like hell, I hit my ankle. Dusk arrived when he realized Molly had not returned. Go look for her, actually. With his trusty hunting knife at his belt and a bow across his back, he set off to look for Molly by the forest edge. When he arrived at the edge of the woods, he found no sign of her. Okay, peeked through the tree line, searched the bush. What I've gathered, this forest, literally from what I read from the description, is you don't want to go into it. It's like every fairy tale forest ever. You go in, you don't come out. So let's peek through the line of trees. The forest was forbidden to enter, but there were always rumors of strange creatures emerging to visit hapless travelers, okay? Molly would have known better than to go wandering into the woods, or so the huntsman wanted to believe. Investigate the creek, okay? The creek was Celeste's favorite place to sit and weave flower crowns for Molly. But there was no indication that Molly spent any more time here. Okay, there's a voice. Hey, over here. So as for the source of the sound, it may actually lead to where she is. The call had come from a small outcrop of rocks. Oddly, no one seemed to be present. Down here, in the mud. Okay, look down. Okay, it's not that creepy, honestly. There, in the mud, at his feet, lay Molly's little jester doll. It was a ragged old thing Celeste had found one year and given it to Molly. The girl and the doll were rarely seen apart, so to find it here was something alarming. I'm so glad you found me. Was afraid some vermin might take me away to his burrow and then, what would you do? Okay. Talking dolls, like, not even the weirdest thing I've seen in my life. Humans alone are a lot weirder than this shit, so where is Molly? Ah, that's the right question. I'm afraid it's bad news. We were playing when she heard a lullaby from the woods. It was the same lullaby our dear departed Celeste used to sing to her before sending her to the dream realm. Okay, who was singing it? What should we do? Okay, I think I'm gonna go after her because it's like the best option here. The huntsman knew the dangers of these woods. By the king's decree, they had been made forbidden for all to enter. With his daughter lost in the woods, however, that meant nothing to him. The huntsman plunged forward into the darkness. I suppose you might say that this is where our story really begins. Interesting, okay. I realize I need to move my recording software so I can see the time better. Apologies. Part 1, The Hunt. Well now, what have we here? Okay, I am the huntsman, who are you? That's really one of the best answers. My name has to be like Huntsman or some shit. Well now, your voice is all full of bravery and courage. That's good. You're going to need it. You need to give your eyes a moment to adjust to the darkness. You're obviously not from around here. The name Slow, whatever, I want to say Slow. And this here's my part of the woods. What's a huntsman like you doing here? Did you know you humans ain't allowed in here? Let's see, I'm looking for my daughter. Yeah, that'd be it. Your daughter. Oh. You mean that little girl what came through here before dusk? My daughter. You've seen her. It's like the only choice I can choose. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. Yeah, and I'll give you this one for free. See that tree hollow over there? Okay. It's through there she went. If you want to find her, you'd best hurry on through. Although the huntsman had met few satyrs in his life, he knew to be wary of them. That's a good question. Why would you help me? Because between you and me, having a human huntsman in my woods make me nervous. I never know when you might try to cut open a wolf or kill a river spirit. Okay, did the game break? Okay, I just wouldn't do anything. So off you go then. Keeping a hand near his hunting knife, in case the satyr tried anything. The huntsman approached the tree hollow. It seemed to grow bigger as he got near, becoming big enough for a grown man to climb through, which is precisely what he did. And climbed out in another part of the the forest, whatever. Be careful. The satyr works for the Hollow Queen. She's powerful around these parts. You thought to warn me now? That's a good thing there. Continue forward. I wasn't left with much choice. Who is the Queen Hollow? Tall, dark, and spooky. Some say covets human emotions because she can't have any of her own. Okay, yeah, you thought to warn me now. It seems inappropriate to speak up in front of the satyr. He might have taken me for a valuable trinket and tried to steal me. Well, let's continue forward. The smell of a nearby campfire drew the huntsman's attention. In a small clearing among the trees, he spotted a man equipped not unlike himself, another hunter. Hello there. How strange to see another hunter in these woods. You're the second one I've seen today. Was the other a little girl, by chance? Indeed, she was. She was in the company of a spooky lady. However, took pain not to reveal myself. These are not safe woods. Where did she go? That's a very fantastic question. And here the hunter hesitated. Well, suppose I could tell you. But imagine, you'd then be on your way, and then how would we ever know? Know what? Why, who's the better hunter between the two of us, of course? A warring gleam appeared in the hunter's eye. Here is what propose, okay? I see there's some text editing that probably should be done. There is a basilisk that roams the woods. However, twixt the two of us, then can track it and kill first wins. Okay, basically you can't speak and you're saying whoever kills the basilisk first wins. Gotcha. If you win, I'll send you on the trail of the girl and her spooky escort. If I win, you must give me your bow and knife and return home. And tell all that you meet that I'm the greatest hunter this land has known. Okay, you don't leave me with much of a choice here, so wonderful. The hunter went about prepping his provisions, and the huntsman realized he had an opportunity. There, by the fire, unattended, was the hunter's bow. It would be effortless to sabotage it, and with the hunter's attention elsewhere, the huntsman had no doubt he could not, so he could get away with it. Okay, sabotage the hunter's equipment, Give the hunter bad tracking advice. Okay, partially I don't want to be a dick because it's fair trade on this one. At least in my opinion. I've played too many fantasy games for this. Ran too many of my own campaigns and played and many more. But giving tracking advice if you're the better hunter in question, that would actually be bad for you but also good in the long run. Giving the hunter bad tracking advice, it's more of a dick move. Same thing with sabotage and shit, but this is a crucial mission, so I'm gonna have to say this sabotage it. Definitely the hunter loosened the hunter's bow strap. It would crack and groan next time it was to be pulled. The hunter gathered up his gear and smiled at the huntsman. May the best man win. And with that, the hunter disappeared. Although the huntsman was a skilled tracker, these woods were filled with confining magics that thwarted his efforts. What he took for a group of fireflies turned out to be pixies. And the trees he marked would uproot themselves and change places when his back was turned. Then came a lating growl. I believe that's how you say that. Lating growl from the bottom of the ridge. Help. Peering over the edge of the ridge, the huntsman saw a peculiar sight. A creature covered in vines and leaves was stuck in a makeshift trap. Still unseen, the huntsman had the choice to get on with his hunt and leave the creature be, just as he could go down and help it for fire off an arrow now and end it. Be careful, creatures in these woods are full of trickery. You never know which might suddenly betray you. Not to mention that every second we spend here is another second the other hunters ahead of us. Okay, kill the creature, ignore the creature, and carry on. Hunt, go down. I'm gonna have to here. Go down and free the creature from the trap. Well, my queen, you should have seen the hunter. Down that ridge he slid, much to the creature's surprise, and by approaching carefully, freed it from the trap. The creature gratefully revealed itself to be a dryad. Okay, sweet. Brave huntsman, thank you for your aid. Had you not come upon me, I surely would have perished. The trees whisper to me that you hunt the basilisk. It is a dangerous and elusive creature. To reach it before your rival hunter claims it, follow the dry riverbed. Do not listen to the whispering trees, for they will try to lead you astray. I understand the stakes are high in this contest of yours, but I would also ask this of you. Do not kill the basilisk. Its presence is all that keeps the great hunger beast from claiming these woods as their hunting ground. They are a much fiercer threat. I will try to spare it if I can. Honestly, if it's not going to try to kill me, I don't see as much point in trying to kill it. The dryad, now free, melted away into the trees. Her laughter faded with the wind in the leaves. Growing used to the particulates of these woods, the huntsman grew confident that he was on the right trail. Sure enough, as he followed the dry riverbed, he heard the trees whisper and conjoin. Okay, whatever. Following the dryad's advice, he ignored every foul, taunting word. As he pushed through the trees, he came upon a remarkable sight. There was the basilisk, coiled and ready to pounce, but it had not yet noticed our huntsman. No, its attention was on the river hunter, who remained oblivious of its presence. The huntsman had little time to make a choice. Okay, alert the river hunter. Okay, shoot the basilisk first. Scare away the basilisk. Wait for the basilisk to wound the hunter. I guess I'm gonna scare away the basilisk. Had the situation not been so dire, I would have laughed to see the huntsman make such a loud and terrible ruckus. The basilisk, taken aback by the sudden Cophosaurus burst, turned tail and slithered back into the woods, fast as lightning. I had him. You scared him away. He has our scent now. We'll never again find him. Then there's no contest. I suppose you are right. I saw the little girl and the spooky woman head yonder through the trees. The hunter pointed to a nearby corpse of dark and foreboding trees. Best of luck on your hunt, friend. I don't think we will meet again. The huntsman, tired of these games and grateful to once more be on the trail of his daughter, thanked the hunter and gathered his things. He left without looking back. Following the trail given to him by the hunter, the huntsman found himself in a ring of thick trees with no obvious way forward. Okay, there's a voice. Well now, does our tracker need help finding his way? Another satyr approaches before the huntsman. My queen would have recognized this one as Rudis, but the huntsman never did learn his name. After all, at this juncture, what is a man of the hunt such as yourself to do but follow the breadcrumbs laid before him, so to speak? Okay, you work for the Hollow Queen, don't you? We're all servants of the Hollow Queen. Even you, in your own bumbling way, contribute to the workings of her will. She, the one that took my daughter, okay? To be entirely honest, I don't think take is the correct word if your daughter is with her. Then she must have gone of her own will. Which way did she go? That's a good question. Take me to it. I think he's going to try to dick me over. Honestly, the forest is full of roads that lead nowhere and back around and up and down until you lose yourself forever. Luckily for you, I happen to know which road you need to travel. There are trees here that are hollow. When in doubt, climb through to find your path. If you cannot find a tree hollow, why, simply ask the nearest satyr for help. With that, the satyr stepped aside, revealing a tree hollow behind him. He gave a bow and a flourish, inviting the huntsman to step through. The tree hollow grew in size, drew the huntsman in until once again found himself in darkness. Part 2. Give me. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. And I don't know the controls to get out of this, so... What's this? Main menu. If you return to the main menu, you will lose all your progress since the beginning of the current act. Okay, so we gotta complete each act, so return to menu, return. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, now we can go back to chapter 2. Okay, yes. That is good to know. Well, thank you guys for watching. I plan on continuing the rest of this game. And hopefully you guys enjoy watching it as I enjoy playing it, because some text bugs here and there, but relatively good storyline to begin with. Has a real big Fey Forest feel, honestly. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish to. Let me know of any game you'd like to see me play. And I hope to see you in another video. Evidently my recording software didn't stop. So, yeah. See you in another video.